Hi, fourth grade. It's Mrs. Mendorf here with Energy of Light Day 2. Again, a reminder is we were studying how does light travel. Our objective is to observe the path that light travels. Keywords, which we're going to talk more about today, are ray and shadow. To start today's lesson, we're going to review what we did yesterday. Your first slide on your Google assignment was to record sources of light. I put on my list what I wrote yesterday: sun, match, flashlight, candle, light bulb, and firefly. And you can include the same on your list or other sources of light. And then a new word we learned yesterday was luminous. And that is what you needed to fill in the blank here. Objects that emit light are said to be luminous. The first part of yesterday's assignment involved an experiment with a flashlight and a pencil. The direction was to turn on a flashlight and point it toward a flat surface. You may need to darken the room to see the light. Then, with your flashlight still on, put your pencil in front of the flashlight. Here's a video of me performing this experiment. Hopefully you were able to complete that experiment at home with a flashlight and a pencil. So, what happened to the light when you put your pencil in front of it? You should have written something like this: though light was blocked by the pencil and a shadow was formed. If you simply wrote there was a shadow or a shadow was created by the pencil, that is 100% correct as well. The second part of yesterday's assignment was an experiment involving a flexible straw. The directions said to look through a flexible straw at a bright object, such as a light in the room. Slowly bend the straw while you continue to look through it. Here's a short video of me performing this experiment. After you completed the experiment with the flexible straw, there was the question: what do you see before and after you bend the straw? Before the straw is bent, I saw, and think about this is when the straw was straight. You should have written something like, I saw light and part of an object. After the straw is bent, I saw, could you see the light anymore? No, you could see nothing but the inside of the straw. The third part of yesterday's assignment was the index card experiment. Here is a video of me performing this experiment. The last part of yesterday's assignment was answering several questions based on what you observed while working with the flashlight and the pencil, the flexible straw, and the index cards. Number 8 asked, what did you see when the holes of the index cards were lined up? When my index cards were lined up, you could see that turquoise or teal box. You should have said, I saw an object through the 3 holes in the index cards. If you said which object you saw specifically, that is fine. The next question, what did you see when the holes of the index cards were not lined up? So this is when that second index card was moved 2 centimeters to the right. Based on my video, could you see the turquoise or teal through the holes after you move the second card? No, you could not. Your answer might have been similar to this: I could no longer see an object, I could only see part of the index card. Or I could no longer see teal. I could only see the white of the index card. Question number 10. Why is there a difference in what you saw with the straw and cards? Again, this is when the straw was straight versus bent, and when the index cards were lined up, and then the second one was moved. So why was there a difference in what you saw? When the straw was straight and the index cards were lined up, you could see an object because light rays can travel from the object to your eye in a straight path. When the straw was bent and the index card holes were not lined up, the straight path of light from the object to your eye is blocked. Question 11 from yesterday. In order for you to see something, light must get into your eye. Think about how you can see this computer screen or a sheet of paper. Where does the light start? The light starts at a source, a luminous object, such as sunlight coming through the window, a light fixture, or the light coming from this computer screen. Question 12. Think about what you have learned about light from doing this activity. Trace the light's path from the source to your eye using words and arrows between them. Using Google Slides can make this fun. I use Google Slides and images to answer this question. I inserted a picture of a light bulb to represent my luminous object, and then I inserted a picture of a piece of paper, and then a picture of an eye, and I had an arrow from the light source to the paper to my eye, because what I'm looking at is the paper. Each arrow represents a straight path. The light from the source, sun or electric light, and electric light is the light bulbs in your house, is reflected by the paper to your eye. Let's continue with our lesson, Energy of Light, Day 2, How Does Light Travel? The key words we mentioned yesterday were ray and shadow. What do they mean? Take a minute and think about the definitions of ray and shadow. We are learning about rays, lines, and angles in math class. Do you think the ray we are studying in math class is the same as the ray we're studying in the energy of light? Probably not. Take a minute and create your own definition of ray and shadow based on what we just learned about the path of light. Let's compare your answers to my answers. Ray, the path light takes from its source. And shadow, a dark area or shape created when light is blocked. In which experiment, the flashlight and the pencil, the flexible straw, or the index card experiment, was a shadow created? If you said the pencil and the flashlight, you were correct. The pencil created a shadow because it blocked the light from the flashlight. We finished reviewing yesterday's experiments. If there's any questions that you need to update on your Google Slides, please do that after today's assignment. For Energy of Light Day 2, How Does Light Travel? You're going to be watching a short video. You're going to click on this link for a video, How Light Travels, after you review the questions below. When you finish watching the short video, you will be answering those 3 questions that you previewed on another slide. The questions are, how would you explain that in a game of flashlight tag, sometimes you see the person and sometimes you don't? What was the purpose of adding the powdered milk to the water in the demonstration? Do you think you could have seen the light beams from the side without the powdered milk? And what other kinds of evidence convince you that light travels in straight lines? Think about the lesson from yesterday as well. What did we use to help us show light traveled in a straight path? After you've finished answering those 3 questions, the next slide has a short passage for you to read about how does light travel the path of light. To highlight the essential information, simply click on the paragraph, go up to the toolbar, and to the right of text color, you'll see something that says highlight color. So click on that and select your color. I selected yellow because that's the highlight color we most often used in class. And then you're going to be able to go through, read the information and then highlight what you think is most essential. The last slide of this assignment has the homework. Your homework is to continue to study how does light travel by going outside and playing a game of flashlight tag either tonight or this weekend with your family. See if you can catch each other with a beam of light. At the bottom of the slide, it says how to play flashlight tag in a light teal color. If you click on that link, it'll take you to directions so that you can play. I hope you have fun putting your knowledge of science to use in a family game. Have a great night. Bye.